Well, now to this Fox 5 exclusive. A look at the dogs of Rikers Island. These highly trained canines are keeping people inside the complex safe and illegal substances out. Fox 5's Robert Moses has this behind-the-scenes exclusive.
Loki, Gunner, Chase, and Bella belong to a paw patrol of sorts. They're among the more than 40 canines who sniff their way around Rikers Island in an effort to keep inmates and visitors alike from barking up the wrong trees. Louis Molina, the commissioner of the City Department of Correction, invited us for an exclusive look at the dogs in action.
Check.
Calendar year to date, we have not had an overdose death, right? So canines are part of that strategy.
According to the DOC, just the other day, a canine named Flash sniffed out this moist envelope that was sent to an inmate. It later tested positive for methamphetamine. And that's far from the only recent discovery.
One of our canines actually just detected liquid cocaine in a mail trailer.
And that would have gotten into the jail?
Absolutely.
Cool. We wanted to see the dogs at work for ourselves. I put Gunner, Officer Robert D. Tomaso's German Shepherd, to the test. So I'm going to hide my wallet right over here, and we're going to let one of the dogs find it. After getting the command from D. Tomaso, Gunner sniffed around the yard, and lo and behold, he found my wallet and sat right next to it.
If there's, say, a fight in the yard with weapons, if the dog can come in and seek and find them.
Next, it was Chase's turn to find the marijuana hidden in one of these cans. By the way, it's in the one right under the spigot. Success again. Finally, we tested Bella. Could she find the cell phone hidden in my pocket?
Check. Stay.
Yep. Those are tangible successes, but these dogs also provide intangibles that you can't exactly quantify or see.
It changes the mood. It changes the mood of things. It avoids, they allow incidents not to happen.
Rikers has had so many incidents in recent years, in fact, that a judge is considering a federal takeover of the jail complex where 19 people died last year, the highest figure in more than 2 decades. Inmate advocates argue the city simply can't handle the job. I asked Molina to respond.
The decision of receivership is going to be a decision that's exclusively the decision of the courts, but we feel that as a city that we have objectively moved in the right direction.
Molina points to declines in use of force incidents, double-digit percentage drops in slashings and stabbings, and a major reversal of the staff absenteeism issue. But that hasn't quieted his critics, including those who are troubled by his recent decision to stop issuing press releases every time an inmate dies.
So if the press were to inquire if someone had passed away, then of course we would confirm that. But I didn't want to be so insensitive as to us just sending out press statements on a regular basis.
For now, the city remains in control of Rikers, and Loki, Gunner, Chase, and Bella and company
Stay up.
Await the next command from their handlers and the next chance to make Rikers a little safer. Robert Moses, Good Day, New York.